Hi there, Kyle Fuller here. I'm responding to the discussion post 1 here for the assessment week, and the topic I'm going to choose to talk about is vocabulary. Now, in teaching this, the way I would engage in diagnostic testing would be to first initiate with a KWL chart, and with this you could figure out what words the kids already know that you might be assigning, words that they want to learn, and then obviously in the L chart and the L section you could have them write the definitions or something along those lines. Another technique I like to use, as you can see here on the left side, is a callback method. And now this is where, say I have a list of words over here on the right, and I'll say eccentric, and then all the students will repeat eccentric, and then we'll go down the line furtive, and they'll all call back with furtive. So that way they're exposed to the language of the word, they're hearing it, and they're saying it properly. In terms of formative assessment, there's a variety of techniques that you would be able to use. One that I really enjoy is having the kids create stories with a partner, and with this they'll have to use a certain amount of vocabulary terms in their stories, and they can make them as interesting or as bland as they would like, as long as they're incorporating and using those terms. And also I would maybe assign some sort of quiz where I say the word, eccentric for instance, and they have to spell the word, and I will judge whether or not they've got the spelling of the words, and we'll go from there. With the summative assessment, this is again not just a check-in to see how they're doing and how my teaching is affecting them, and then we can change from there. Summative is kind of testing a mastery of the skill. Have they got the overall concept? What have they learned from beginning to end? And for this, I mean, usually we want to form some sort of authentic assessment, but I usually would use an exam. For instance, on the right here, I would generate sentences, and the students have to fill in the blank and plug in the proper term. And then at the bottom here, part 2, I would have them choose 5 words from the bank above, and they would have to create sentences of their own, which shows me they know how to spell the word, they know how the definition of the word, and they know how to use the word in context in a certain sentence. Another type of authentic assessment here would be I give them a handout like this, and I have graphics attached to the words. So for instance, let's look at this top one here on the left. The word is ludicrous, and then I have a picture, and the sentence that goes along with it, fat guy on a dog, that's just ludicrous. So I'm using the word in a sentence for them, and they're also seeing it in context, and they're able to attach some sort of humor or joke to this word, making it more memorable that way, I think. Now I give them this first one, and then they would be responsible for creating a similar type of handout. They would have the word, they would define the word, they would find a graphic, and they would use the word in a sentence, whether it be humorous or just a regular sentence. So those are a few examples of, again, diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment for vocabulary. Thanks for listening.